Hey, I'm Tati. Welcome to Calmly Coping. Each episode, I talk about how to cope with anxiety as an overthinker so you can live a more fulfilling life. This is episode number 9, 5 minutes daily to a more positive mindset. In this episode, I will be talking about the 5-minute tip that will help you cultivate a happier and more optimistic mindset. Let's get started. The 5-minute tip I'm going to be talking about today is gratitude. I'm going to be talking about more than just what gratitude is, but I'm going to be talking about why practicing gratitude can be more difficult and referencing the numerous studies supporting the benefits of gratitude and how you can reap the same positive results in only 5 minutes a day. I know you can find 5 minutes a day, and I'm sure you can benefit from increasing your happiness, so let's get into it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Gratitude is a feeling of appreciation or thanks, and it really has a lot of benefits. How many times have you been told to be more grateful? Or maybe you wished you could be more grateful, but you didn't know how. Or do you find it difficult to see the positive in everyday things that you don't necessarily pay attention to? Today, you're going to learn what the negativity bias is, the 10 benefits of gratitude, 4 ways that you can practice gratitude, and my 5-minute tip to help you practice gratitude daily to get the maximum benefits. Many studies have been conducted exhibiting the multitude of benefits of gratitude, but it can be especially difficult to think of things we're grateful for because of what is called the negativity bias. So humans have what's called negativity bias, and this means that we give more importance to negative emotions and experiences than positive ones. So for example, people tend to remember traumatic experiences better than positive ones. They tend to recall insults better than praise. And people tend to react more strongly to negative stimuli than positive, and think about negative things more frequently than positive ones. So the reason for this is to protect you. It's more important to remember negative things because they can be harmful and lead to you getting hurt or being in danger. So for example, remembering which plants are poisonous so you don't get sick. But in our modern society, we aren't picking poisonous berries, for the most part. And when you're typically safe going through your day-to-day life, this negativity bias can be more harmful than helpful. So you can reverse this negativity bias simply by practicing paying attention to the positive experiences in your life, and then they will grow as a result of your perspective. So let's talk about the 10 benefits of gratitude. Number 1 is that enhancing feelings of gratitude can actually decrease feelings of depression. This is because depression thrives on negative overthinking, which negatively impacts your mood and puts you into a downward spiral. Gratitude, on the other hand, helps you create more positive, optimistic thoughts. This will then improve your mood because you're opening your mind to possibility instead of closing it off to doubt, fear, and hopelessness. The second benefit of gratitude is that it strengthens resiliency. Resiliency is the capacity to recover quickly from difficulties, and it depends upon optimism and hope for the future, which is strengthened when you practice focusing on what you are grateful for and the positive things that already exist in your life. The third benefit is that people actually have less chronic pain when they're more grateful. Pain is certainly physical, but the thoughts that you have about pain are purely psychological. These thoughts can make the experience of pain either worse or better. When you're practicing focusing on the positive things in your life, it becomes more difficult to think about negative aspects or suffering. And the resistance to pain actually makes the experience of pain even more difficult. Gratitude helps you practice the exact opposite. The fourth benefit is that gratitude helps to increase self-esteem. Your self-esteem can become pretty low if you're constantly focusing on your shortcomings, weaknesses, and downfalls. On the other hand, if you're able to practice focusing on the positive aspects of your life, your strengths, your unique abilities, or your characteristics, this will help to improve your self-esteem and your confidence. So the fifth benefit is that people are more likely to help others when they practice gratitude. Gratitude also helps to improve your relationships and how much people like you. This is because you're thinking about the best in others when you practice gratitude. You're sending others thought of appreciation and loving kindness, which in turn will help you to view others in a more positive light instead of critically. And when you assume the best in others, this is also reflected back onto you, and others will actually like you more as a result because of your confidence in them. The sixth benefit is that gratitude improves sleep. So the number one reason why my clients have difficulty with sleep is because of worry, negative thoughts, and stress. When you're practicing gratitude, this overshadows the worries that you have in your life. It's easier to sleep well when you're satisfied and focusing on what is going well in your life. So number 7 is that you're training your brain to retain positive experiences. Our brains are plastic. So this is derived from the term neuroplasticity, which means that your brain is able to adapt to and learn from experience. So therefore, if you train your brain to start focusing on the positive, then it will start to become more of a pattern, and it will be easier to access and retain positive experiences. So the 8th benefit is that gratitude helps increase your energy levels. Have you ever noticed that people who are depressed can be very sluggish and lack energy? So while on the other hand, people who are in a good mood can often have a lot of energy and motivation. So these increased energy levels can occur as a result of increasing your gratitude because it helps you to improve your mood and your outlook on life. So benefit number 9 is that gratitude helps reduce feelings of jealousy. Jealousy often comes from feelings of insecurity and low self-esteem. And like we talked about before, gratitude can increase your self-esteem. But practicing gratitude also counteracts these negative perceptions about yourself with positive thoughts and sentiments. As a result, your confidence increases and the tendency towards jealousy decreases because you will feel happier and more satisfied with who you are. The 10th benefit is that gratitude improves your physical health. So a huge source of negative physical health actually comes from inflammation. Stress is a huge source of inflammation within the body. On the other hand, gratitude, which can decrease stress levels, can also help to decrease inflammation and increase your motivation to take care of yourself physically. This can, as a byproduct, result in improved physical health. So now let's talk about how you can start reaping the benefits of gratitude. Here are a few simple tips to help you get started. So practice one or more of these tips regularly so that you can reap the benefits of a gratitude practice that comes from consistency. So the first tip is to savor positive experiences. See the glass as being half full versus being half empty. There are usually at least 2 perspectives to take on every situation. Choosing to see the positive will help you to practice starting to see things differently and make it easier to have optimistic thoughts in the future. The second tip is to tell people something that you appreciate about them. Expressing gratitude towards others, especially the people that you care about, can be very important. Because the reality is that we often say thank you to the people that we care about the most, the least. So not only does it result in the recipient feeling better and feeling more appreciated, but it's also going to help you feel better to pass on those positive vibes of appreciation to those around you. So the third tip is to volunteer and help others. Gratitude doesn't always have to be about the words you express, but it can also be about your actions. Volunteer to help an elderly neighbor bring their groceries inside, hold the door open for the person behind you, or volunteer at a local food pantry, doing whatever's possible with these times during the pandemic. The possibilities are endless, and it's your way of passing gratitude forward to others. And my fourth tip is to start a gratitude journal. So keeping a gratitude journal can be a very positive habit to help you practice gratitude regularly. Making a habit of writing down a few things that you're grateful for daily can help you to focus on the positive of your life and reflect on those positive experiences. And then it will make it easier to notice the things that you have to be grateful for moving forward. One study instructed people to write down 3 things that they were grateful for daily. After 1 month, people were 5% happier, and after 6 months, people were 9% happier. These might seem like small numbers, but it can be a really significant improvement just from writing down what you're grateful for in 5 minutes a day. I created an easy printable PDF of a gratitude journal that you can print out and use for as many days as you'd like. You can download this journal at calmlycoping.com/gratitude, and you can find that in the show notes or in the description if you're watching on YouTube. Expressing gratitude is so important, not only for your mental health and well-being, but for the benefit of others around you. So to wrap up, today I talked about the negativity bias and how people are more primed to focus on the negative than the positive, the 10 benefits of practicing gratitude, and 4 simple ways that you can start practicing gratitude. Your action tip is to write down 3 things that you're grateful for daily. Be specific and really tune into your 5 senses and your emotions when you're thinking about these things, persons, activities, whatever it is. This will help you truly experience and feel the gratitude and give you practice so that it's easier to focus on the positive throughout your day. Just like going to the gym, the best way to achieve the results is through consistency. So making this a habit either in the morning or before you go to bed can really help you to get the most benefit from it. And it just takes 5 minutes to write down 3 things that you're grateful for. I'd love to know how this helps you. So you can leave a comment on YouTube or DM me on Instagram at TatianaGLPC to let me know. To quote one of my favorite movies, American Beauty, I guess I could be pretty pissed off about what happened to me, but it's hard to stay mad when there's so much beauty in the world. At the risk of sounding cheesy, the beauty is already there. You just have to open your eyes and your mind to it. Until next time, be calm.